So hello, this is Innova Baltic Tour 2019, and it's the second stop, and we're in Riga. I'm Karl-Olav Kappel, and with me here is Markus Tvinnaninov. So the scores before final 9 holes are Ville is leading with -28, Gabrielius is -23, and Mats-Eerik Tõhk is on third place -20. And we don't have anybody actually coming from the second card, so those are the guys you see who are actually leading.
Yes, and as we can see, some random runners here, Robi Männiste and Gabrielius actually. And we have coming the 11th hole, which plays pretty hard. It's 176 meters. I haven't never played this, but I assume that the great place to be with the first shot is somewhere around 100 meters on the fairway. And as we can see, pretty many trees have grown there over the past years. So we're in the forest. We're deep in the forest.
Yeah, it's you want to land about 100 meters, and if you want to pick a place, it's obviously in the middle of the fairway. But if it leaks a little bit left, it's fine. You don't want to be on the right, which is a really tough, difficult place to get a birdie and even par.
Yeah. So basically, you can make like 2 mid-range shots and take a birdie.
Yeah, but all of the guys, I'm assuming they're going with a driver or fairway driver.
Is the fairway this wide that you can go like easily with a fast?
Yeah, it is. It is. Robi's, I guess it's a PD. Yeah, it's a P-line PD. Actually, from 2 years ago in Sarasai Open Stamp, I guess, or Pärnu Open. Pärnu Open Stamp.
So PD stands for power driver.
Yeah, exactly. And as we see, Mats-Eerik throwing actually close C-line PD too. So all of the guys actually throwing distance drivers on this hole.
So with a glow disc, you can play on nighttime also.
Yeah. No, it's forbidden. You can't.
And Marion going with a Roadrunner. No, it's Desu Firebird.
Firebird. It's a Firebird.
Okay.
It's the thing is, yeah, I assume some of them would throw mid ranges because placement is if you have a 100 meter forehand, then you want to throw backhand 100 meter like straight mid range shot. But it's
but for me it seems like that some guys could go with the backhand roller maybe, or not.
There are a few trees.
It won't help.
You can't really go left, and you have to throw it on the ground immediately. And as we can see, a little bit short, a little bit left, and Robi just has to throw out.
Okay. So basically
from the one from the woods, and it's Marion's second shot, and this is with a Firebird.
So the first one with Destroyer, the second one is with Firebird.
Yeah,
to be
exactly,
clear.
Yeah, and it's a little bit. The most of the mistakes from the upshot come because you leave it too short. It's really because it goes a little bit uphill. As we see, Robi makes a perfect approach shot, but it's a little bit uphill, and it's really hard to go long on the upshot.
Okay.
You usually think I'm closer, and you leak it a little bit short and right.
To me, as if I'm looking at it for the first time, it seems like the second shot with forehand would be nice to play it with a skip. So the skip would carry you up to the hill, maybe?
Yeah, that would be perfect. And Mats-Eerik here is actually in a perfect spot, just in the edge of the fairway. And as we can see, again, the mistake to most of the players make, it's a little bit short, and you have a 15-meter uphill putt, which one you don't want to have.
And this is Ville's second shot?
Yes, Ville's second shot. And yeah, it's really nice shot. Because awkward lie a little bit, and backhand it was
Although he still has kind of 8-9 meters putt uphill.
I guess around 7 maybe even, but it's actually really close. But it's so uphill.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get a roll away, so you have to make it to have to make sure you don't leave it short.
Whoa, Much really giving it the go.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a decent place, but now you have basically a death putt from there, and
yeah.
Marion is around
So how would you say is the hard part on this hole the putting part or the driving from the tee pad? I mean, is like the rollerways and the depth pads, or is it like the first and second
Actually,
shot?
I think it's the upshot is the most difficult, because you're never really in the like perfect. If you are, you're kind of like far away.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go like with the driver, you can't pick where you land like that precisely. So even if you're a little bit behind the tree or somewhere. So I think the most hard part on this hole is the approach shot.
Okay, so we saw Ville missing his birdie bat and definitely wasn't happy with it. And Robi and Cabras made the putts, and so does Marion.
An easy par for him.
Yeah. And Ville taking
Par.
par.
Yeah, he missed the putt.
Giving a smile. Nothing to be really mad there. Just another disc golf day.
So Ville's lead is still five strokes. Mats-Eerik is 3 behind Gabrielius, and Kull is just behind Mats-Eerik and Robi as well. So the battle for the third place is really tight.
Yeah, so we have the 12th hole. It kind of seems a bit wider to me at the beginning, but as I see, it really narrows down through the end, and it's 127 meters, so shouldn't be that easy. Am I right?
You are correct, sir. Actually, it's a really nice hole for you.
Okay.
It's the backhand guys will go with a roller, I'm assuming, or just with a straight shot to go as far as you want. But you have to smash your forehand to get there. Okay. It's not that easy.
But you said that backhand guys would go with backhand roller, so you have that kind of enough space there to throw a roller.
You have to be
precise.
Yeah, as Robi is going with a TD.
I assume that Ville's throw was pretty good.
If it's TD, I'm assuming roller. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and a little bit to the left, and now he's in trouble because it's nice roll away. So maybe not. Maybe he will have a clean look from there. But if he finishes up on the hill, then it's trouble.
Okay.
So Mats-Eerik actually going with a DDX S line.
So with the backhand,
and this is a tree, because I saw a few rollers actually going inside of that tree, and you don't want to throw there. It's just basically for a backhand guy, if you don't have the forehand, just throw straight. And I had like 12-meter putt, but it was just straight. And Marion, as you can see, it's a roller.
Seems to be quite nice until the tree.
Yeah, and it's. And as you saw earlier, somebody hit a long putt.
And we haven't mentioned yet, but this hole plays as the second hardest hole on the course.
Yes.
Or the third.
Third hardest.
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah, it's a smash from Gabrielius. But as you can see, you throw it back, and then it's right, you still have a putt.
Yeah.
And it's the only thing you wanna get on this hole. You have an opportunity to birdie. If you throw backhand, just a long 15-20 meter, you will be totally fine with a par even as well.
Okay, so. And Mats from the rough here.
Yeah, and it's
figure a line out. Kinda any backhand, and gets through, but doesn't make it quite far, I guess. Or once again, the retake from another angle. But yeah, this shows us how the forest can play with you. You can go from bush to bush and from tree to tree, and somebody else may take an easy birdie, and straight up you have a four stroke hole.
Yeah, and as you can see, Robi has to throw his forehand really high to get it to turn it, and still leaves him, I'm guessing 7 meters around that. So. And Kull is with rollers. It's a long jump, but 20 meters, and with a backhand, it's totally fine. You have opportunity to score, but
it seemed like if the disc wouldn't hit the tree, the line was looking pretty nice.
Yeah, I played with Marion like a few months back as well, and he got really close with a roller as well. So.
Does Cabras have a Pikachu on his hand?
Pikachu
tattoo.
Yeah, he has. I haven't noticed.
So Ville with a lone forehand.
So yeah, Ville had a really nice forehand, and it's 13 meters.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome birdie.
Close to minus 30. That's the number of the true disc golfers.
And much to say, yeah.
Yep.
No questions. Par putt from like 10 meters, no problem too much. So.
Just as I said, Mats as a newcomer for me at least this year. I hadn't heard from him before.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play, but I heard he was really good. And he practiced a lot.
I can see he's
he's
pretty good. He's getting there.
Yeah, he's getting there.
So after this hole, we have Ville moving to -9, which is pretty good, I guess. And Gabriel also decent round -6. Everybody else trying to stay there. Robi also -5 and Marion -4. So hole 13, tell me about it.
Hole 13 is actually like in the middle. It doesn't play really hard or really easy, but it's kind of difficult to get birdie here. You have to miss those trees on the right just now, and you have to turn like, for example, Firebirdish or this really overstable fairway driver, or not so slight hyzer, and
it seems kind of hole that you play it all the time with your friends. You tell your friends that it's an easy hole you should take, and all the time you take bogeys there.
Yeah. And exactly as Ville just hit those trees I was talking about, and it's easy to go a little bit long on your drive.
Yeah,
you have to turn it quite early, so it's basically a really good wooded course. It seems really easy, but it has some real teeth, you know.
Oh. And Robi finding a way through the trees there and making it to the circle's edge.
Yeah, and that's he goes long. He goes long, and it's really, actually I didn't see in my card at least nobody went long. Usually it ended up a little bit high left on the little hill that's before, like you see on the Gabrielius here trying to figure out what
Gabrielius has a pretty nice lead over Mats and is pretty far from Ville, so I don't know what's going through his mind. Is he like just playing and looking at what comes up, or is he like hoping to still catch Ville, or is he trying to make the gap bigger with Mats? I guess that Mats and Kull have, and Robi also have a pretty tight battle going there, and then maybe somebody can really push the second spot also.
I guess Gabrielius at this point is just figuring, okay, I don't know if he's watching the scores or not, but I think he knows he has some kind of a lead over the three guys. So I just think he will just focus on his own game and just not to make any big mistakes, because the birdies will come to him anyway. So.
And birdies will come to Ville maybe, or maybe next hole.
Yeah.
He has already taken
it was on such a good roll, so I thought automatically he will get this one, but yeah.
So Robi from 9 meters and isn't really satisfied with the outcome. Gabriel's taking another birdie. Yeah, making a nice round also.
Yeah, so at least he got one away from Robi, and Mats got a nice birdie. So Mats-Eerik is now in lone third place. Yeah, Ville taps. No, let's call it a tap in for him.
Yeah.
It's not a. Yeah, it's not a putt even for those guys. So after hole 13, 5-stroke lead for Ville and 4-stroke lead over Mats-Eerik for Gabrielius. But still, there is still battle and holes left, so.
So hole 14, 14B. there's a trick.
14B, yeah. There's actually 2 placements on this hole.
Okay.
And we play the longer one.
Once again, I see some trees, only some, and it's 107 meters if you haven't looked out from the left of your screen. Just give it a glance and you'll see the measurement. So how do we play it?
It's a driver shot. I'm guessing driver because you have to around 80 meters. It turns left quite sharply, and so overstable, destroyer-ish, or that kind of driver. And there are actually so many trees at the beginning, but if you hit the line, it's totally fine. It so goes into the circle, but like those trees there, if you miss those, it's like it tastes good and you're feeling good about yourself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really easy to get in trouble on this hole, as I know.
Early on,
yes. It's like I got like 2, basically 1 birdie opportunity and 1 double bogey.
Opportunity.
Yeah, double bogey opportunity. So that's like describes how difficult this hole
you
can
can
get.
hit the highs and get the lows also.
Yeah. But if your try is feeling good, it's fine. So Robbie is going with a CD3, I think. Yeah, CD3. So it's a little bit straighter, fairway driver-ish, actually, driver speed disc.
It seems like Marion is going with a
Firebird.
Firebird, yeah.
Really interesting.
Quite long shot for Firebird.
Yeah, it is, but it's
maybe he has it beat in already.
Yeah, it's kind of a straighter Firebird, but still, I think he throws it for the sharp fade. It flies straight, and then it's just immediately after those trees starts to churn.
So we see some struggling.
Yeah, Robbie is not in a really good place. So,
but he chose the place.
Yeah,
he threw the disc there so
on purpose.
Robbie, you have to be accept it, embrace it,
yes,
and take the opportunity. And we see a big hole just after the basket. Maybe it frightens the players a bit also. You might lose a disc there, or is it not? Yep.
Yeah, nice, really nice par for Robbie. It's too pressure putt for par, like 8-9 meters.
And Gabrielius for a birdie.
He knew it immediately as well.
Yeah. And Ville here takes a...
Yeah, just a tap in.
Okay.
Just a tap in.
Yeah, I'll write it down.
Yeah.
And Mats also looking for a birdie. Yep.
Nice
Squeaks
birdie.
it in.
Nice birdie. Marion as well for a birdie. Yeah, he gets it. It's really nice.
And once again, Mats moving 3 a bit closer to Gabrielius, so three strokes in between them.
Yeah. Let's say that.
And Ville going minus 10. Gabrielius -7.
Yeah.
Robi Männiste -5 and Marion Kull -5. Mats-Eerik Tõhk -4.
Ville is on a roll. He's playing good and he knows it, and it doesn't actually. I think the pars don't bother him that much.
Absolutely.
It's like, it's fine. It's par. I will park the next one. So for him, it's totally fine. So hole 15. Actually, it played under par, 2.8. It's a similar shot. I think it was hole 7. It's just a mid-range shot, straight and a little bit fade. The road on the right is OB, but I didn't see anyone going there. But it's accessible quite easily if you hit one of the early trees.
And seems like Mats-Eerik made a nice shot here. To be honest.
Yeah, totally. MD3 Crown Eagle, and there was a talk about the mid-range, and Ville is going with MD2, S-line MD2 here. So it's just slight heighter release, and just little gentle fade to the basket.
Gently into the basket.
Gently.
So how does Marion solve this puzzle?
Marion actually is going with the Firebird. So it's really interesting.
So playing for the long skip, as we can see.
Yeah.
Getting like a 35-meter skip.
That's why he's a, let's say, a veteran of this game.
Okay.
In not a veteran, but seasoned
player.
player, as we say.
And Gabrielius also
Yeah.
nice.
Basically everybody inside the circle, and wait, a little bit get ahead of myself. So it's Robi.
A bit early, or not? Okay.
No, it's fine. Inside the circle.
It's just
so.
a shot when you have to hold your.
Hold your breath, please.
Oh,
Please.
okay. Close.
Yeah, it's fine. And Robi is actually the farthest away. I'm guessing like 7 meters, 8.
So loosen the body and bang into
Yeah.
the chains. Finds the way
Yeah.
under the chains into the basket. Takes a birdie.
Robi has a nice putt, so
Ooh.
Marion gets a little bit away with it. So it's like kind of left and low, but it's fine. It's in.
Well, this is the distance. This is the hard distance. The 5 meters.
Yeah.
You know, you have to get it, but you never get it.
Yeah.
And everybody making it look really easy.
Yeah, it's a star frame, I'm assuming, because Ville is basically just tapping it in. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Now shake the.
Shake
it.
the chains.
So we have Ville moving minus 11, Gabrielius minus 8, and then everybody else coming after those two. And the gaps are still the same. Ville is 6 ahead of Gabrielius, and Mats is 3 back of Kabras.
This one's a little bit like a lottery or a ping pong or poke and hope, because there are gaps, but it's around 40 meters. You have to hit between those trees or just left. There are like you can miss the line by like 20 centimeters and it turns into a straight up par. But so it's a kind of a fair hole, but still.
Mm.
No, as we can see,
Yeah.
there are really straight line, but you have to be a top player to hit it 3 rounds in a row. So
Although the length of this hole is only 71 meters, so
Yeah.
should be not a big problem.
So that's why I really like Ville's shot and Marion's shot. They're throwing standstill, and I think they're doubling their percentages to hit those gaps immensely. It's like 20 feet, right? Because Gabrielius is going with It seems. Yeah, what do I know? What do I know? He knows his game. But I now I think why I didn't throw standstill shots on this hole. Robi is a little bit right, but he will have an opportunity at least to get a birdie from this hole, which is what you want. And Mats-Eerik is a little bit on. I guess it's 13 meters. Yeah, decent effort from there. It's,
short, I'd say.
It's actually quite downhill. It doesn't seem on the camera as much, but it's actually quite downhill. So it's really easy to go like 10 meters long.
So Robi coming as a natural hunter from the woods, but can't really get the prey. And Ville aiming straight hand, straight to the bucket.
Yeah, no problem for him. 10 meters and straight into the basket.
He's happy.
He's happy. Ville is happy.
Would you be happy?
Yeah, Ville is from Finland.
Ville is now minus 12 and he's happy. I think it's okay to be happy, minus 12. Yeah. Even in this kind of short hole course, or how to say.
Ville is naturally happy as well. He's from Finland, and there's a lot of disc golf players and everybody's happy, so that's why Finland is such a happy country.
And Robi taps in with one leg on the air, just nicely like a gazelle on the morning routine. So everybody but Mats-Eerik and Robi taking birdies, and that's the hole.
So, hole 17. This is a tricky hole. It's also 74 meters, 243 feet. You think it's straight up birdie, but there are a lot of tight trees or tight gaps from this bar on. You have to fade quite hard. You have to throw it really overstable mid-range or putter straight up and just let it fade really, really sharply. So Ville is going
with a yellow disc.
With a yellow disc. I'm guessing it's an
Jake
Aviar or ND2.
Yeah, something like mid-range.
Yeah, so it's not that overstable. But Marion here is going with a Iron Samurai. So it's a new disc and MD3, and it's kind of overstable.
Marion always has those new discs.
He
doesn't use old discs.
Yes, every shot new disc.
Seasoned veteran with new discs all the time.
All the time.
And Gabrielius finding some kind of earlier tree, but still has a look for birdie, I guess.
Yeah. And Mats-Eerik going actually with a Toombird. Yeah, Toombird. And it's this high line is what you want to get, and but now the sharp fade.
Yep.
Perfect. A little bit maybe long, but it's 5 meters, 6 meters. So.
Robbie going with a putter, seems to me.
Yeah, it's a P3X. I'm guessing S-line. Yeah, he pulled it. He pulled it right. But nice kick. He will get an easy par.
Easy squeezy. As we see, some discs have found a way towards the basket.
Yeah. Robbie's just chipping up, and nice, easy par. If it's on this basket is actually quite on the hill. It seems like a flat ground from here, but here you can see it's quite an elevation change. So you can get a roll away on this hole, and it's not nice.
Yeah. So much for birdie. Can he do it again? And he doesn't.
Yes.
The putting seems easy to Mats, really.
So Marion for birdie. I guess around 7 meters, 6 meters maybe.
And there you go.
Oh my god. It's and it's really hard to see. I think all the competitors also like the card mates also feel for him, because it's few holes to go and you get just nasty roll away. So
and we still have a battle for the third place. So
exactly. It's
but maybe a comebacker. Oh, no. Once again a bit low, but it's and Ville once again a birdie.
He's just doesn't even.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, that kind of things. It's really hard to watch, but then we have all done those. It's it's a bogey, and I was in the battle, and I will just tap in really quickly, and it sticks to your finger, and after that you think why I didn't take the 1 second just to focus more maybe.
So like 2 holes to go, and Mats has a quite nice lead in the third place, or sitting on the third place over Kull and Männiste.
So I feel Mats-Eerik now feels like he's in a good place.
Although we have pretty many trees on this 18th hole, that's 82 meters long, and it starts a bit uphill, goes downhill, and there should be a basket somewhere.
Yeah, there is a slight kink or like a hill in front of the tee, which
kink?
Which one you throw over, but actually it's quite downhill.
Okay.
And if you hit one of the first trees, you're in serious trouble.
Yeah.
Because the right side is bad, and on the left side you're behind the hill.
So as I can see, the trick is that you can't really throw it like downwards, or do you have to throw it downwards?
You want to throw it down, but it's you can't really because of the little hill in front of the tee.
So the only thing that Mats has to avoid now is the hill or the.
Yeah. He gets a little bit.
But should be
okay.
Yeah, for a par at least. Seems to me.
But as we see from this, like from the right, from the side, this is like shale. So
But,
you just want to go down there somehow.
You opened this hole with the forehand also?
Yeah, with a Firebird.
Okay.
And it's because I just wanted to get away from the first trees as
Okay.
quickly as I could. As quickly as I could, just to have an. But actually, I had like 2 or 3 birdie opportunities,
Okay.
which I didn't convert any of them. I think so. I think I didn't. Anyway,
But
it's
nobody
not about
really
me.
like Marion finding the pretty early trees. It seemed to me,
Yeah.
and Gabriel was also in a
Yeah.
bit rough place.
Yeah, it's a little bit high. I would be scared. Yeah, it's fine, but it's I wouldn't throw that high on this approach because
And you would be scared.
Yes, I'm really scared
As
all
you
the
wanted to
time.
say.
All the time, a lot.
Marion also going high.
Yeah, it's kind of really awesome lines, but I didn't. It's like there are so many trees. If you throw it high, you will have a lot of time to fade each side of the fairway. So keep it low and keep it simple. And
So as you can hear, Marion, keep it low, keep it slow,
yeah,
and keep the flow. And Mats finds a easy way to the basket to make a par, and Robbie tries to sink another long putt here, but just a bit short.
and it's a downhill putt from there where he was, and it was. I couldn't imagine he was really like 110% going for the birdie. He was like trying to give it a 50-50 chance and just tap in par.
Yeah. Yeah, Marion getting back the feeling, but last hole really showed some teeth.
And it's actually the whole 18 which we're on is actually 12th easiest, so it's played actually 2.9 under par.
Okay.
It's yeah, but we have had numbers here as well, so it's a few triple bogeys and.
So we have the last hole coming up. So let's say the top 3 has a pretty.
Top 3 is basically they're
set.
They're set. Yeah, they can use focus because this is the gap you want to hit. It's par 4. It turns slowly to the left all the way. But if you miss, if you basically hit this gap from here on onwards, from this tree here, you will be totally set. You will get a birdie or a par or something like that. But if you hit one of the early trees in the fairway, it's again it's trouble. So it's the theme of this course.
Trouble trees.
Yeah, early trees, trouble, disc out far, everything's good. So the guys here just wishing good luck for the last hole of the tournament. Camera guys, just hurried up, and yeah, this is a perfect shot for Ville. It's basically his jump putting.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Good, Ville. Now is up Mats-Eerik Tõhk from Estonia. And
High left.
early.
Yeah. Really nice kick, nice kick. And as you can see, it's quite tight cap, but there is room. But you don't want to leave it high.
I mean, if he would have gone into the rough there to the left, would he have had like a really bad spot?
Yeah, it's just a chip out.
Okay.
And Cabras, I think, as well, just a chip out. And then it's over 100 meters, around 100 meters to the basket. And
yeah, I mean, like if
Blind
Marion and Männiste could take a birdie and then the Mats would somehow make a. Could it be possible to make a double bogey here to make the things a bit tighter?
Yeah, it is because the approach shot as well is. It's a little bit. Yeah, it's
seasoned veteran.
Nice kick. But it's really easy to because there are so many guardian trees next to the basket or like 20 meters from the basket in front of them. It's really easy to hit one of those, and you have a 20-meter shot for par, and then it's bogey, and all kinds of stuff can happen.
Yeah. So
It's up shot from Mats. It's still, I guess, 30 meters.
So a par should be
an
easy one.
It's Marion's second shot.
Just cranking it over a bit, I guess.
Yeah, and it was actually a Roadrunner forehand. It's You don't see those every day.
Yeah.
So as you can see, Gabrielius is really in trouble here.
Yeah. Found himself on bending knees.
Yeah, and straight into another trouble. So
troublesome boy. The Gabrielius boy we have here from Lithuania.
There
always trouble with this boy, I tell you.
And it's a really high shot from Robi, but it's. I saw actually really bad rollaways from this hole because of you let it drift high, and then it's just slammed down and rolled back. So
okay.
You don't.
Interesting.
Yeah,
like
but I'm not on the lead card, so what I.
Well, you're here today.
Yeah, true. So this is actually Marion from 45 meters with a rat.
Oh, come on!
Awesome.
Birdie!
Awesome.
Nice way to enter around with the missed putt and now the nice throw in with a rat.
With a rat, that was from 45 meters.
So rat is a putter or mid-range?
It's mid-range.
Okay.
It's a stable to overstable mid-range.
45 meters?
45, yeah.
So when you are in 45 meters range, use rat.
Yeah.
Forehand rat.
So Gabrielius is 25, yeah.
Oof.
Nice, decent effort from there. So Mats-Eerik is actually, it's for birdie, yeah?
Yeah, it's for birdie. And would be also nice. Oh.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's really easy to hit one of those trees, and still now you have like 7-8 meters for.
Yeah, I mean, and if he would have gone to the forest with the first shot, and now he would be like making the par and would have hit the first tree, so he would be next putting for bogey.
Yes.
It would be really a tension putt.
Exactly.
But
so
it's not the case, so
yeah,
shouldn't be any.
So it's like 7-8 meters.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you. I tell you.
You're onto something here. And it's
it's never over till it's over. I tell you.
Yep. Robi is not happy. It would be a nice putt to end the round, so.
Yeah.
Ville is also long. But it's not a problem for him. Today it's not a problem for him here.
And takes off the hat.
Yeah, exactly.
He held all the power under the hat until now.
And now it's
a nice relief for him.
Yeah.
And Mats saving a
that's bogey.
Yeah, so
bogey. Yeah, one more shot on the hole and it will be totally double bogey or even triple maybe. It's
really and if Robi or Marion would have birdied, then everything would be different right now.
Exactly. So the round is over and everybody's filling out the scorecards, and it was a really nice event, and we had a really good weather, and Ville really took home the win to Finland.
Minus
14.
That's a round to make.
Yeah, it's the highest rated round in Innova Baltic Tour history actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's 1047.
Okay.
It's really nice, and it's.
So we witnessed the history here today.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
My friend.
Absolutely. And it's I really enjoy this course because it's easy for everybody to play well. You don't have to be like superhuman to throw 150 meters, 50 meters, and it's that's why it's you just have to reach your lines, and you can throw 80 meters really accurately, and you can play 1,000 rated rounds here. So and
consistency, I tell you, my young friend.
So actually we can see another Finn in the top, but 10 is Niko Ratia. I'm sorry, and only Lithuanian is Gabrielius. All the other spots are filled with Estonians. So
yeah,
thank you for tuning in, and if you haven't watched, watch all the other Innova Baltic Tour coverage. Thank you.
See ya.